What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new to the channel too and want to hit the subscribe button, that would help me out immensely. I finally brought back the R32 Nissan Skyline. A beautiful and sad sight to see, but incredibly happy the Skyline is back in my garage, safe and sound. To keep you up to date with what's going on, long story short, the text told me that the RB20 is pretty much done. The head needs a full rebuild and they don't know the condition of the block until they pull the head, but I didn't want them to pull the head until I had a solid plan on what I wanted to do next. So honestly, I am at quite the crossroad here. We have a few options we can do. So option one, we can rebuild the RB20 head, providing the 20 block is still good, with full Tomei Japan and SuperTech internals. Edwin can get me a pretty generous discount on the parts, and he gave me a pretty good quote on what the machine work would be, and that fits in my budget and in the time I want to get the Skyline back and running. Option two would be doing the RB25 swap. If you were up to the channel, you would know that I purchased an RB25 from a friend about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. The 25 head is fully built, but the 25 block needs to be reassembled and machined. If I go with the RB25 route, I would have to source the intake manifold, transmission, and wiring harness, and do some custom fabrication work. And with how the supply chain is, obtaining parts could take several months, or maybe even until the rest of the year, unfortunately. I did already source the R34 GTT transmission. Getting the Wiring Specialties RB25 custom harness should only take a matter of a couple weeks, and then sourcing the Greddy intake manifold shouldn't be too complex. And now we have a third option, which was introduced to me recently. A buddy on Instagram who lives in Phoenix said he has a virtually brand new RB25 Neo. If you don't know what the Neo is, the Neo pretty much is a 25 with RB26 rods, so the block is very strong. He said he would sell me the motor outright for a decent price, or he would be willing to work out a trade. And that trade consisted of my RB20 minus the turbo, my RB25 block, and cash on top, which seems honestly pretty fair. If we went the 25 Neo route, I would swap over my fully built 25 head. We would just have to source again the 34 GTT transmission, wiring harness, drive shaft, and the Greddy front facing plenum with the fab work, which we could probably get done by the end of the year, which isn't too bad since we're already halfway done with July. And to stack on the list of overwhelming things in my life, if you saw the last video, you would know that I acquired my second dream car, which is the JZX100 Mark II Tour V I recently purchased from Midori Works through the Japanese auction, and that car should be arriving hopefully between mid to late September. So now we have that on our build list, and that car I definitely want to modify as soon as possible. So it's like putting money into the Skyline, I could be putting into the Mark II and vice versa. So I'm overwhelmed with things. I want to hear your guys' opinion on what we should do next. Either just build a 20 head, providing the block is good, and get this Skyline back on the road within 2 months, or do the RB25 Neo swap and have the Skyline back on the road, say, end to early beginning of next year. I don't want to pass up the RB25 Neo option because I honestly don't think I'll have that opportunity ever come to me again. So in the comments below or through social media, let me know what seems, I guess, feasible. I miss driving the Skyline. It's very unfortunate I only got to enjoy the new setup for a couple of months before the camshaft went, and I even told myself too I should replace the camshafts because Tomei makes a pretty much drop-in cam, and I didn't listen to myself, and now I am paying the price. But who knows that this would happen. People drift these things and redline them, and the RB20s hold up. But maybe this is just a sign from the universe that people want me to have a built RB motor with this Skyline's current setup. But if I go that 25 Neo route, pushing an easy and reliable 400 to 500 wheel horsepower. So that is all I have for you all in this video. Again, we have many options we can do. And again, I like to think I'm very mechanically inclined, so I can just pull the head, source the parts from Edwin, take it to the machine shop, get it remachined and all the parts installed, get it back, slap the head back on, hit up my even more mechanically inclined friends to make sure I did the job right, get it retuned, and the Skyline will be back on the road. So we'll see. Again, I would like to hear your guys' thoughts on the comments below. On that, guys, thank you so much again for the continuous love and support. This year has been quite the roller coaster, like I always mentioned, but everything has recently been working out for the best. So thank you everybody for the support. And if you're new to the channel and want to hit the subscribe button too, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. We'll catch you next video. Take care.